Welcome to Portway again. This time we're joined by the new forwards coach, Tom Fleming, and the vice-captain, Joe Davies. So, Tom, firstly, what's been your path to this position and role?
So previously, majority of my playing career has been down at Camphill, and then during COVID we relocated over to Stratford. So last season, played the season for Stratford in Mids 1 was really enjoyable. From a coaching perspective, with James, we got involved with Greater Birmingham back in sort of the beginning of 2019. So we started with the under-15s. As the season progressed, we went through with the 16s, which was really enjoyable. And then a little thing called COVID hit, so that kind of put the brakes on all of that. When kind of rugby resumed, we then took on the under-17s, so the younger lads that progressed through. So we finished off with them at the end of the season, just gone. And then, you know, sort of when James was sort of in contact with Bees and he was looking at probably some of the structure and what he wanted, he sort of gave me a ring. I think that the lore of Bees and the history and the ambition of the club, you know, was sold pretty much immediately. So there was only ever going to be one answer. Didn't tell James that straight away. I made him wait a few days, but yeah, it was you know, a really easy decision to make from there.
And same question to you, Joe.
Well, yeah, I started here at under 9s.
Oh.
Yeah, I've played all my rugby at Bees and Greater Birmingham. I've never left, and I've got no intention of leaving. So, yeah, so I've always liked speaking on the field, using my mouth, as you probably all know, on the sideline. So I feel like maybe that's why I've become vice captain. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely leads to that normally. The vocal one.
Yeah.
So Tom, now you've been down here, you've got to know the lads a bit better, you've kind of seen what the lay of the land is and stuff. You know, what's your aspirations going into this season and long term and stuff?
You know, I think the aspirations we're looking for top 4 finish, which I think is, you know, really achievable with the talent that we've seen within the last couple of months that we've been down here. Sort of longer term, you know, I think probably the sky's the limit, you know, from that perspective. The commitment that the club has with the playing squad, with the coaching squad, with the performance squad, and with, you know, the supporters that come down and watch us train, never mind come and watch us play. I think it shows that the potential to get Bees back to the top of that sort of rugby pyramid, especially within the Midlands. I think that is certainly where we're going to aim towards to go, you know, from that. And I think there's no reason that we can't. I think, you know, from our perspective, certainly mine from a coaching point of view, the enjoyment and the progress we've made in a short period is massive. You know, to have an average age of probably under 23 within the squad is, you know, is great. That, you know, the boys are like sponges, you know, they listen, they absorb everything, and every session we're seeing a natural improvement, you know, so throughout the season, you know, the upward curve that we're going to continue to go on, you know, is absolutely fantastic from there. You know, I think looking sort of longer term again, you know, we need to look at recruitment and we need to look at what we offer and, you know, sort of what we can do from that perspective. And again, I think, you know, the whole package that the club sort of has in place and the additions that we can put onto it moving forward, from whether it's, you know, the performance team, you know, we've got a physio, we've got a masseur, we've got a doctor, we've got a video analyst who analyses training and match days. You know, we're going to sort of collaborate with a lot more strength and conditioning nutritionist sort of partners from that, so it's massive. And then I think, again, one of our big pulls, and me and James have spoke about it quite a lot, is then integrating the pathway from mini and junior up to senior rugby. You know, you look at Joe's story from being here from under 9s, you know, that is exactly what we're looking for. You know, the talent that the club has produced over the years has been, you know, immense, and probably 85% of the current senior squad are mini and junior players, and I think that builds a real nice core and a real nice environment that sometimes you might not get at other clubs. So yeah, I think the future is certainly bright down at Portway.
Sounds good. So, Joe, I mean, have you kind of felt that kind of shift in and around the players and stuff coming into this season? And
yeah, everyone seems pretty switched on so far. I think last season, I'll admit there was a lot of messing around from the boys, but coming into this season, it's been brilliant. Everyone seems to have matured. A lot of the young lads have matured really well, and they actually look on the pitch, they're talking and their gameplay, they're looking like senior players themselves. So
yeah,
everyone's integrated really well. Even because there's a wide age group, different. There's the old boys, the young boys that have all mingled really well. So it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really reflects, whether it's in socials or in the games or stuff afterwards, you know, that cohesion is really there. So, I mean, we touched a bit on it last time and stuff with James and stuff. So obviously a bit of a mixed pre-season with the win at Aldridge, the loss at Edwardians, you know. But for the first few games, you know, so you said for boys, Bedworth, you know, how's that going to carry into those? Do you think?
Yeah, look, I think pre-season the games have been really positive. And, you know, I know that might sound strange to some coming off the back of a loss to Eds, but I think, you know, one of our big objectives for pre-season wasn't the result, it was the performance, and it was the way the boys adapted and the structure that we've been working on, trying to implement it in sort of match days. And I think, you know, there's a big green tick in that box, so we're really happy from that point of view. You know, both those teams were in the leagues above us, and we wanted to challenge, you know, and the boys have really sort of stuck to that. So I think, you know, in terms of, you know, the first block probably of 4 games, you know, it puts us in really good stead. We can sort of hit the ground running, you know, sort of from there. I think, again, what it's probably done is it's given us a few selection dilemmas, which are nice dilemmas. You know, there's going to be probably a few boys that are going to be quite upset over the coming weeks, maybe not getting picked, but again, it's that reaction that leaves sort of that sour taste and raises the levels then in sort of training moving forward, that intensity and purpose that we're looking for, you know. So I think, yeah, the pre-season block's been fantastic. You know, we're happy to get underway, and, you know, we're happy to continue through the season.
No, that's all good. So Joe, again, unfortunately, you're starting the season injured, and we've got quite a few injured players and stuff. What kind of effect do you think that's having, you know, for, you know, the lads who are trying to come back and trying to keep around it and stuff like that, you know,
well,
into the season?
Yeah, well, we've got quite a few people injured, as you said, but it gives everyone a good opportunity to get out there and show what they've got. It will make us injured players as well have something to fight for when we come back. We can't just expect to walk back into a squad when you've got boys grafting the socks off. But it's also good for us to be on the sideline and step back and watch as well, and then we can give the other players tips and stuff like that.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
And you know, you're letting young lads, you get to pass on your knowledge and try and share and improve everyone. So, I mean, finally, so for people who haven't been down in a while, either it's ex-players or supporters or maybe it's people finding us for the first time, what would be your message to them?
I think get down, you know, really clear, really to the point. I think from a player point of view, sort of ex-players or players that are looking for a bit of a challenge, a bit of change of scenery, you know, the club is great, I've mentioned that already, the lads are really good. I think training, we're really structured, we work really hard. And I think, you know, foremost, it's going to be the journey we go on. You know, you want to be part of that, you know, you don't want to be sitting there as a passenger, you kind of want to be on the bus, as it were. From a supporter's perspective, you know, hospitality-wise, you know, come and enjoy the club. We're going to play some certainly some exciting rugby outside, so, you know, come and have a watch as well. And I think, yeah, just come down, enjoy. I think that there's a real big buzz around the club, and it's going in a great direction. So, yeah, if in doubt at a loose end on a Saturday, come and have a little watch.
Yeah, it was just what Tom said. Come down, give it your all, and the club will give back to you. It was a fantastic club. We treated brilliant here. As long as you respect the club and try your best when you're on the pitch, that's all we can ask for. So,
yeah. No, brilliant. So yeah, you know, it's all good stuff to look forward to and stuff like that. So on Saturday it's a game against Bedworth and the first home league game. So come down and join us and at 3:00 and see you there.